The year is 2019. The Bushcraft Show is set to start soon, and before the festivities begin, Jack and Lily are settling in quite nicely. Trying out their new superlight tarp in a somewhat questionable fashion, in hopes of adding protection from the elements. Dusk will be upon them soon, so fire is a priority, not for warmth, but for food, providing the much needed sustenance to survive in harmony together. In fact, they made enough sustenance to feed a small family. Unfortunately for their neighbours, however, they would be burdened with the task of finishing the rest of the pot, all the while exchanging stories of shows gone by.
I've done corporate survival. Now, I earn more money doing corporate survival. This is big firms. They used to come and say, look, I need teamwork, leadership, but I use survival as the medium to put them through their paces and to do this. Because all these heads of big empires, they're very academic, but common sense are hands-on. They leave a lot to be desired.
Come to the Bushcraft Show for the 9th time, and it's getting better and better, so lovely show, the weather's excellent. I've never seen a happy face all the time I've been here, and there's so many good stands with lots of skills, and it's nice to see a lot of the old stuff still being practiced, and a lot of youngsters around, and they're carrying on the tradition, so all in all, a great show. I've done 28 years in the army, 27 years with the regiment, and come out at 85. Run a survival school and been surviving ever since.
What was your best memories or your best times in the SES or Army?
Working probably born here with the tribes. We've done hearts and minds. I've run a medical practice and looked after them. And I lived with them for 18 months and terrific times.
I'm Jonas, I'm from Germany. Company is called Petromax, and we do classic outdoor equipment, campfire gear. Petromax is from 1910. When I was 20, I traveled a year through Africa, same truck which is behind us. And we were in the middle of nowhere, and our alternator broke and we couldn't charge the batteries. So every evening we were looking for power stations to charge the truck. And we were in Niger and looking for somebody charging our batteries. Got lights there, and I thought it's going to be something like a power generator which is powering the lights. But that was not the case. They had got Petromax lanterns, and that's where I first got in touch with Petromax. And when I came back from Africa, I started to study in Germany, and I got this experience with the lamps still in my head. So I bought from the German army Petromax lamps, sold them on eBay at the early beginning of the internet, basically, and went well and get more and more inquiries. And at one point it became so big and so important that my roommate at those time and we bought out the Petromax trademark from Schott in Germany. That would fill another 3 pages to tell you the whole story about it, but that's a shortcut. We are exhibiting here at the Bushcraft Show. David, the owner, he's a long-term friend of us, and he always asks me, each year he's asking me, Jonas, come on over to the show and come with your truck. My people said it's a bit crazy driving the truck over, and I said, come on, when we do a show, we do it proper. and we do the nice setup, and the truck is part of it because it's part of the history of the company and how we got there where we are now. Lovely weather, perfect, great people, great show. What I really like about how you guys here in Britain think about bushcraft, that's very open-minded. Means that here are people with children, here people with cars, with bikes, people who are on foot, old people, young people, and that is what I really appreciate, because in Germany, I don't want to be rude, but bushcraft is a bit different. It's more about survival, and it's not that open-minded, and I think it's good because I cannot judge anybody for having a car, or for coming here with children, or for being old and for being young, and therefore I really think it's a very nice show, and I can recommend to everybody who is around the area, come here. It's the best show I have ever witnessed.
It was Little Jackie Robinson's call, and he said, "Little Jackie Robinson, Little Jackie Robinson." Little Jackie Robinson said, "Yeah, what?" He said, "We've been looking for you all over the place." He said, "We've been talking to the oak tree." He said, "We've been talking to the silver birch and all the trees. We've been all over the place looking for you. What are you doing?" And Little Jackie Robinson said, "I'm having my yearly bath."
So my name's Ewan, and I'm here with DD Hammocks. We're here today just to demo a few of our products that we've got over here. So we've got a couple of the hammocks set up, as well as a tarp, and one of our super light tents as well just now, which we'll be swapping around a bit later on. Personally, it's my first time here this year, so I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I knew it'd be quite busy, but no, I'm having a great time. Lots of interesting things to see and people to meet. Basically, we want to try and encourage as many people to get outdoors as we can. So we want to try and make hammock camping and camping in general as accessible as possible to everyone. So we don't want to charge kind of silly prices and that kind of thing. Basically, we want to get the fundamentals right. So we want to make good quality gear, well made, nice and lightweight, that ticks all the boxes for everyone, and that, you know, a lot of people can afford, rather than trying to shut people out. And hopefully we're achieving that. Well, I hope everyone watching is having a great time, and if you were here, I hope you had a great time at the Bushcraft Show and come to say hi.
Anything you want to talk about?
I'm Haze, and I'm a gardener from York, and I'm down here with Dustin to help him.
So we're here doing lots of firelighting demos, getting people involved and kids involved. You're doing lots of,
I'm not getting kids involved, just put that on the record.
And we're going to cook some food up shortly.
Not in what I'm in. They can't get kids involved into what I'm into. They can do fire pistons, but they can't get pissed with Uncle Hazer.
No, they can't. No, that wouldn't be good, would it?
So pistons, piss head.
So how are you enjoying the show this year?
Me? Really well, thanks.
It's all about you.
My highlights have been, I've met a few really nice dogs. There's a lot of good dogs down here.
Yeah.
There was a blonde furry one that was just to die for.
Yeah, hog roast is pretty good.
I mean, I'm not hog roasting dogs, but... And food-wise, there's all sorts. We're going to get hooked up with some hog roast in a bit.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you've not been to the Bushcraft Show, get on down. It's legit.
Yeah, it's not just stalls and demos. Afterwards, it's chill out time. You get to meet people, have a few beers with Uncle Haze here.
Reprobates. And we'll be doing some collaborations. We've got some interesting stuff in the pipeline. And we're going to go canoeing. We're going to go to like a soft sports playhouse thing, aren't we?
Yeah, like
Funhouse.
Yeah, like the little parks down at McDonald's and that.
Yeah, we're going to do one of them. Trampolining.
Pitbull things.
Teaching Dustin how to do a roly-polies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to do a handstand as well.
Well, I can do them for 3 seconds while I take a photo.
I wonder how many times you try and take with your thumbnails. Quite often you'll be upside down. How many shots does that take?
We said it's
or do you just film it? Oh right, yeah, okay. You film it and then you cut from.
It's not actually me.
Oh, it's green screen.
I know. I've got a friend who's a stuntman.
You're a fraud.
I'm a fraud, yeah, of course I'm a fraud.
Absolute fraud.
They all know that. If anyone's watching this and they're my fans, they know. They already know I'm a fraud.
What's your channel again?
It's a pisshead. CN Outdoors. I'm nearly on 1 million subscribers. So, link in bio, follow me. Let's get to that 1 million before June. Please click the red button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my bell.
Hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Tonight here at 6 o'clock, come down.
Yep.
This goes out in about 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, well that's used to
see you next year. Next year, come down.
When you call me, is it gonna go? I hear it running through my blood. If you feel it, then I don't stand a chance. When you call me, is it gonna go? I hear it running through my blood. If you feel it, then I don't stand a chance.
lost track of the forest through the trees, forgot what I was chasing. Spent so many nights living out at sea that my heart is gone vacant. And everybody who was close to me all stayed on dry land. So now I'm driving back on Interstate West, I just gotta feel something. Oh, I wanna stay right here, chilling with my friends for another year. I would walk away from the spotlight for the good life. Oh, come on, turn your hate into poetry, pain into power, enemies to friends and your minutes into hours. I would walk away from the spotlight for the good life, for the good life. Send my best friend an apologetic text, he says to come over. Well, the whole damn town has been waiting for the day when you would come back here. There was dancing and talking and steaks on the grill, and I think that I will be alright. Oh, I wanna stay right here, chilling with my friends for another year.
My name's Brian Trubshaw, and I'm the owner of Journeyman Handcrafts. We make canvas and leather goods, mainly wax canvas, and the whole ethos is handcrafted in the heart of England, authentic gear for life's greatest journeys. So traditional looking gear with a practical purpose. Oh, it's been a brilliant year. It's been our first show that we're actually having a proper stall at, and I have to say I was nervous because it's obviously the first time, and it's took a lot of work to get this level of stock built up, but I have to say it's been absolutely worth it, and it's a good success actually. I'm really pleased, and I'm really looking forward to next year actually. Highlight of the show for me, I think, has been just being able to sit back and watch the team that I've brought with me do their thing. It absolutely wouldn't have been possible without them. What does bushcraft mean to me? That's a good one. Apart from just getting outdoors, I think it's a chance to not just build a friendship with someone, but build a bond with someone that cannot be achieved in any other way. There is no way you can get a friendship like you do doing this particular subject. Going out there and travelling the wilderness and having to be there for one another under levels of stress that you don't normally come into in a normal day situation. For me, that's what bushcraft has brought to my life, a level of friendship that I don't think I'd ever would have achieved without it. Come and check out Journeyman Handcraft, or check us out on the website, journeymanhandcraft.co.uk.
Everyone believes in being competent outdoors, you know, having a little bit of knowledge that enables you to go out into the woods with an axe and maybe limited supplies and be able to fend for yourself. I think it's massively, massively important, and it's a really key part of being able to know who you are. What do I think of Bear Grylls and I think nobody has pockets deep enough to get Bear Grylls to do First Man Out. Do you know what? He's been lovely. Was his TV 100% authentic in those early series? No, it wasn't, but then again, TV's moved on, and I think the only reason I got commissioned to do 60 Days on the Island is because there was a new appetite for people doing it for real, and without a camera crew and stuff. So in a way, I've stood on his shoulders in that respect. So there's no point knocking him. I mean, he's a nice guy, and you know, for example, the front cover of my book, Ranulph Fiennes has given me the quote, but in America, no one's heard of Ranulph Fiennes. So Bear gave me a quote, and it's been really lovely to you as well, hasn't he? Yeah, like we were at a party, and the three of us were talking, and I got pulled away. And when I came back, it was about 25 minutes later, Bear was still talking to Laura, and then when he met her again about 4 months later, he remembered everything that she'd said. He's a decent bloke.
We run a school, Bushcraft Survival School in Italy, and we really enjoy the show. We were here last year in 2 person, and this year we are here in 15 person. 14 person and 1 dog. Bushcraft is everything. Bushcraft is not only survival, or it's all. It's camping, it's outdoor, it's hiking, trekking. All we can do in the bush, or we can do in the forest, over the mountain, everywhere. We think the bushcraft is one thing that all the people have to know. We love a lot the beer. No, everything is good. The mood we can feel here. The smell of bushcraft is very good. Thank you, David Thompson and the old Bushcraft Show UK.
My name's Dustin James. I run a company called Bushcraft Tools and also West Country Bushcraft. We sell firelighting equipment and we also put on firelighting courses, bushcraft courses, deer butchery, wilderness adventure weekends in the heart of Somerset. At the Bushcraft Show, I'm here as usual. I've been here maybe 10 years with some friends, chilling out, selling a few products. I sell a firelighting product called a fire piston. It creates fire by compressing air. It's basically, you put your cotton wool in there. If you look here, it should ignite that piece of cotton wool. 3, 2, 1. I'm now gonna stick my glowing ember, my smouldering glowing ember of charred cloth into this. Here's the fun part. I can hold it up on a day like today. There's a little bit of breeze. The breeze should take this to a flame for me. What you'll notice now, look at the colour of the smoke. It's a very thin, light grey smoke. The nearer we get to the flame, the thicker, darker, browner the smoke will become. Once again, look at the colour. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. That's the first round of applause today. Feel free to put pound coins in there, any joke. What does bushcraft mean to me? You know, bushcraft to me, bushcraft is the idea of seeing resources, seeing nature's resources and using them in whatever situation you find yourself in, and putting them to your advantage, whether it's firelighting, shelter building, water purification, or finding food. That is bushcraft. It's knowing what's out there and how you can use it. And if anyone's interested, come down to book onto one of our courses, westcountrybushcraft.co.uk. I'll see you there.
Because in the same moment you think that you will not cope with the situation. I will die. When that thought comes into your head, yeah, that increases your chance of dying very, very quickly. Because you must fight, you must keep the hope up, you must think, I will do this, I will manage this, no matter what, I will manage this situation.
Hi guys, my name is Mike from CN Outdoors. I make YouTube videos and I'm here at the Bushcraft Show 2019. This is my second year at the event. I finally got a stool, which is really awesome. Last year I was walking around and it was a bit manic, but this year I've got a fixed position and it's been a really, really good show. I've met lots of you guys. I've had some incredible feedback about the videos. It's been a hell of a year so far. 2019, I've been building a Viking house. I'm now in the middle of building a Saxon house, and I've got lots of plans. I've been canoeing. You can see the canoe on the back of the truck. So I've got some canoeing videos, camping videos coming up, and it's just an enjoyable time. It's a great show, good stalls, lots of chance to spend money. It's very dangerous, but it's been really, really enjoyable, and I'm hoping to be back next year for sure. Highlights of the show this year is probably actually the opportunity just to meet some of my subscribers. It's rare that I get a chance to actually meet the fans, so for me that's definitely the highlight. Other things, there's been things like the fire show, the fire dancing and things that they did, and the live music is absolutely awesome as well, so I've really enjoyed that. Great question. Bushcraft is a very kind of generic thing for me, but I think the main point is to get outside and try and work with nature, not against it. Try and use it to make your life a little bit more comfortable in the woods. Oh, final words, final words. Just thank you to everyone who's come up to me and to the stand and said hi. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, and I hope to see loads more of you guys next year.
So that was it for another year. The Bushcraft Show has come to an end, and fun was had by all. And if I was going to leave you with some inspirational parting words, watch the outtakes, they are very good. So if you like this video guys, smash that like button, share your thoughts below, and stay tuned to join the expedition. Thanks guys. Right, I'm off to get my wisdom teeth removed.
That's my intro. I'm a piss can, here's Dustin.
Right, well my name's Dustin James. I live down in the south of the country, down in a place called Somerset. Anyway, so you're
You're shit as well. Peace. The trailer hitch. Oh, sorry. Shout out Expedition Jack, link in bio.
Subscribe, hit the red button.